Alrighty, one half of our main event now. Got a nice little model update with Mr. Tom Aspinall. Got a nice little back tattoo. We are in quick fight because y'all know how it is with ranked. And I got things I got to do for work this weekend, so I cannot wait that too long. But essentially with Tom Aspinall versus Sergey Pavlovich. Now, it's actually going to be a tougher matchup for Tom than people think. I think some people still believe that Sergey's just a striker, but the man grew up wrestling. Greco-Roman wrestling when he was younger. Has trained at AKA with Khabib Nurmagomedov. Versus, Tom Aspinall has been heralded as a future king of this division. So for both of these guys to be fighting each other this early, it is going to be a massive treat. Now, we want to stay active on the ground. I don't want to stall too much on the ground. It's very easy to just kind of hold somebody in certain positions, so I want to stay active. Let move there. And with Aspinall, he's a very fleet-footed heavyweight. You guys can see it in his idol. But also, in his approach, like he has some smooth. There's some clips I've pulled from his fights, specifically the one against Alexander Volkov, where you see him pull a head kick. He pulls a head kick, right? Then he slips an oncoming punch and it smoothly transitions to the takedown. You cannot do that on UFC 5. You absolutely cannot do it on UFC 5. Hell, you could even do that shit in UFC 3 or 4. By the time you try to go for that, your opponent was already kind of striking out. So that is a change that I've long suggested, as well as many other people. We're just going to keep moving around here. And in order for the game to... It's already in a step in the right direction. I don't want to finish him yet. Step in the right direction, but a lot more changes have to be done. This patch is cool. I don't think it's enough. I think it's pretty clear in the women's divisions. The stamina thing is non-existent. It's existent in other weight classes. Holy shit. But I really think what they need to do, especially in weight classes, even like heavyweight, right? Even though, like, you guys can see the stamina is actually getting used up pretty well here. What people don't want to talk about, they talk about the 3-4 piece combinations. And I know this is Aspinall showcase, but he's not somebody that blitzes in 3-4 piece combinations. It's a 1-2, smooth transition into the clinch. And I think that's going to be what helps him out because he doesn't overextend too much. He has gotten clipped on his entries. We should look to Aspinall as an example of what good head movement chaining into takedowns is going to be. Especially when they change it up. Now for the game. Oh, you're going to taunt me? You dickhead. I'll let you survive. Now, the only thing with that is that in this game, if you stick to just 2-shot mix-ups, you can keep your stamina really high. It's actually part of what Aspinall doesn't really overextend himself. He keeps it like, 1-2 shots. However, just because you're throwing 1-2 shots does not mean that you are immune to the laws of physics. If you're whiffing forward, your momentum will continue forward unless you shift onto your rear leg. And we don't have a shifting mechanism in this game unless you have Max Holloway technically. So the game has to replicate that when you miss going forward, I don't care if it's a 3-4 piece combination or if a 2-piece combination. If I slip and you miss and you going forward, you cannot slide back out of range. These heavyweights, both Sergey and Tom, they wouldn't be able to get the counters they do if the game worked the way that it currently works at. Excuse me. Oh my lord. It's gonna be so fun showcasing Sergey again. I really don't want to. I wanted to. Usually I show. Woo! Oh my lord. I usually show like the stats and everything like that, but I'm gonna forego it this time because I've showcased both gentlemen twice on my channel, and not much has changed. The only type of change we'll get is probably get some clinch work. Only change we'll get if Aspinall starches Sergey or it's an absolute war. I don't think any of that's gonna happen though. It's gonna be one of two ways. I think Aspinall, if he has to stay perfect for 25 minutes. Right? He has to stay perfect for 25 minutes. Could potentially get a finish. But realistically, I think that he's definitely going to run into some trouble. But I think he's more likely to be the one to win by decision. Usually guys that have high finish rates, they usually end up not finishing. Oh, my God. Finishing each other. Diffuse him with the clinch. The elbow. Elbow. So, I don't know. Of course, if Sergey just decides to just delete Tom from existence like he did to my boy Derek Lewis and Curtis Blades, he could do that. Oh, all right. He has the check hook animation. Oh, yes. Oh, man. Tom feels smooth. He feels like a welterweight. Movement-wise. In comparison to all the other ones. Oh my God, imagine he could flash me. Clinch it. Oh Lord. I tried to do something pretty. Did not happen. Ah. Oh, finally. Finally got some nice lunge action. That's where the footwork stat really works. You use the lunges and the responsiveness in time. Oh. Good second round. We got some clean technical work. We're up 2 rounds currently, I believe. I mean, I don't see how it'd be any other way. But Sergey is tough. He has a nasty chin. Very, very nasty chin. But I definitely would like to know, I already showcased Alex Pereira and Jiri Prochazka. And I want to know y'all thoughts on this bout. Because, again, I completely forgot this bout was happening. I remember that John Jones and Stipe got canceled. And I had to really do this stuff like last second before I go on do what I got to do for work. So, I'm trying. I'm like, I don't want to slack and forget to drop showcases for the heavyweights. I don't want to seem like, man, I don't like these heavyweights. Screw them. I don't want to do all that. I want to give you guys something. But, as you can see here, I'll give them this much. I'll give you this much. At least in heavyweight. The change is crazy. The change is evident, rather. My only issue, and you guys will have to understand me on this. Right? For example, right there. I landed that slip body uppercut. If we were to look at Sodiq Yusuff versus Edson Barboza, and the amount of counter body uppercuts that Barboza landed. Now, he slowed down Sodiq a bit, but even though Sodiq's output did not drop that much, actually, numerically, rather his forward-moving pace because he had to be careful of the body shots. In this game, the body shots, I feel, need to affect more the stamina as opposed to being something where it's just about damage. Because really, only in this game do you see the amount of body drop flashes. And for people that, they want to play quote-unquote technical or clean, right? Like, you want to do this. Is it really clean? When that's not something that happens often. Usually results in your opponent whiffing really hard, going into the punch, not just because I landed one slip counter. And I would rather it be outside of like a big moment of vulnerability, especially at heavyweight. Oh, my Lord. That's affecting the stamina. Now here it is. It definitely is. Like, you can feel where the stamina changes are in this patch. You definitely can feel it. Uh-oh. Holy crap. Sergey has a chin steal. Let's go for the hip toss. Oh, Lord almighty. Let's go for the Kimura. Unable to. Let's go to mount. Let's switch on over to the arm bar. No, actually, no, triangle choke. I don't know why I thought the armbar was going to be on the right side, but we went through triangle choke. Let's go and finish this fight. Don't want to keep Buddy here for too long. And we're going to surgically get the tap. Clean surgical work. I want y'all to hear me out on this, right? Should they just change the base value of every single weight class, right, striking wise, to match where heavyweight is at right now? Because if you go into weight classes, right, like, I just did my thing here with Mr. Tom Aspinall and whatnot. It's real cool, right? It's nice and smooth. That graphic is definitely off because he's literally going through Sergey's arm, which is not good. Not a good flex for the new engine. Would it be better for all weight classes to kind of follow by the tax and stamina at heavyweight? Let me know in the comments if you think that's the answer, because a lot of weight classes feels like you can go a little bit too crazy and get recovery too much back in the rounds, but